Okay, welcome to the Dude Podcast, episode 90. The Dude Podcast, the best sportcast on earth. To all those new listeners, welcome. To past, previous, and present listeners, welcome again. Appreciate you joining us once again. Week 3 of NFL in the books. We'll be talking week 3, talking Zach Wilson, talking Bears, Cowboys, Broncos. Got some good topics, so stay with us. And at the end of the episode, we will be giving out, moving forward, every episode we'll be giving out the dude locks of the week.
Yep.
So if you want to ride with us, let's ride. Okay. Let's go. Our quick update on our NFL team draft. I am sitting comfortably at 23 points. Evan's
Yeah.
not far behind at 19, but
Yep. The Jets are going to kill me.
dude, freaking Arizona and the Houston won.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, that's true. I did have both those. And then I think I had did I pick the Vikings or did you pick the Vikings?
I picked the Vikings to win.
That's right. That's right. So that one might hurt you, but we'll see.
Anyways, yeah, we'll see. But okay, let's get into this. I have for our first topic is Zach Wilson good enough to play in the NFL?
The quick answer is probably not. However, I would follow that up by saying he could be a backup. But being a starter is just not his calling in life. It has looked bad. It has looked really bad.
Yeah.
And we can get into it a little bit, but it makes me think like, okay, would Aaron Rodgers have really solved all the problems there? Like the team as a whole just doesn't look great. But anyways, yeah, no.
So
That's my answer.
here are the bottom 5 graded quarterbacks according to PFF.
Okay.
In last is our guy Desmond Ritter,
So crazy that they're 2-1.
a 40.2 overall grade.
So bad.
Second to last is Bryce Young with a 40.8 overall grade.
Yep.
And our guy, Zach Wilson, coming in third to last with a 48.5 overall grade. Okay.
Yep.
Kenny Pickett is in fourth. Anthony Richardson / Gardner Minshew actually have pretty much the same grade.
Gotcha.
5. And Sam Howell and Justin Fields are right there. So those are kind of your bottom graded quarterbacks as of week 3.
Yep.
And the Jets somehow beat the Bills week 1. Is that just wild to think about that they legit won that game?
They were riding high off of we got to do this for A-Rod. You know what I mean? Like we got to do this for Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, no, like that was a fluke. Let's be real. The one touchdown Zach Wilson threw was a terrible pass, and Garrett Wilson just decided to go superhuman and one-handed bobble it and catch it for a touchdown, right? I think that's Zach Wilson's only touchdown this season. And then you look at the ending of the game was the punt return for a touchdown in overtime. So it's just like, no, I don't trust that team at all. They should not have won that game, and the Bills should be 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, they got steamrolled by the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And I mean, wasn't the score doesn't really do that game justice, but the Patriots pretty much were up 10 that entire game.
Yep.
And
then Zach Wilson pulls a Dan Orlovsky and steps out of the end zone. And no. Did he do that, or was that Gardner Minshew? That was Gardner Minshew that did that. My bad. Yeah.
O-
They got a
Okay,
safety though.
so what I'm trying to get at is one, I'm taking Anthony Richardson and Sam Howell and Justin Fields all over
Yes,
Zach Wilson.
100%. 100%.
Kenny
Yeah.
Pickett, taking Kenny Pickett. But are you taking Bryce Young and Desmond Ritter over Zach Wilson?
No, I'm definitely not taking Desmond Ritter. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like he knows how to throw the ball.
Man.
He'll have like a decent throw every once in a while, but it's like you're an NFL quarterback, you should be able to have a decent throw every once in a while. And then Bryce Young's the same thing. Like Bryce Young, it's wild. The Panthers played a million times better without him. They played better with freaking Andy Dalton. So
and Andy Dalton looked like, dude, he looked like a top 5 quarterback on Sunday.
I know. I
Like
think he had 360 plus yards passing.
And Adam Thielen had a touchdown and over 100 yards. Like,
Yeah.
he gave Carolina life again, which is kind of scary because you just gave up future capital for this guy. So that's not the greatest news if you're a Panthers fan, but I am going to take Bryce Young over Zach Wilson. I do feel like
okay.
I do feel like I'll take Bryce Young, but yeah, Desmond Ritter, I'm going to take Desmond Ritter. I'm going to take Zach Wilson over Desmond Ritter 10 times out of 10.
I agree. I really don't think there's anybody in the NFL that I would take Desmond Ritter over. Maybe like a backup, you know what I mean? I'll take him over some backups, but like the run game is all that team has right now. Look at Kyle Pitts. Where'd he go? He disappeared.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he kind of got forced to, right?
Yeah. He's had more like he's projected to have a better year than last year. Last year he was gone.
Yeah.
I think he's averaging like 3 catches a game this year, which doesn't sound like much, but isn't terrible. But
in that offense, it's not terrible.
Yeah. And I mean, Atlanta just seems like they don't want Desmond Ritter to throw that ball. They want him to just manage the game and not turn it over.
Yep.
But I mean, there's like Taysom Hill. Man, aren't you gonna want Taysom Hill over Zach Wilson?
I don't know. Taysom Hill, like this is tough. Would you take Jameis Winston over him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Jameis Winston. I'm gonna take Taylor Heinicke.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I'm taking Heinicke. Yeah.
I mean, I know they just signed Trevor Siemian today, but
doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, like if you're a Jets fan, you're just in pain right now. You're shot and you're bleeding out and you're in shock and you just don't know what to do. That's kind of
you're down bad. You're down bad for sure. Yeah. So yeah, that sucks. It just like is it like this just happens to the Jets a lot?
Yeah.
Like stuff like this just happens to them and it sucks, but it's just like the fact that did you see Salah's little post? Like it was like a post like practice thing, and he was like somebody asked him about Zach Wilson. He said Zach Wilson's the best player, and then he like stopped and he said he's the like 3 times, and he said he's the guy who gives us the best chance to win games. And I'm like doesn't seem very convincing to me.
Yeah. And I like how like I saw a quote tweet of that, like what he said, and then you watch the video and you're like, that is like
it's not how he meant it.
Yeah, when you read it, that's not what it is. You know what I mean? So,
yep.
Okay, let's move on.
Yep.
Have the Bears forgotten how to play football? That's what I got for topic number 2.
How many ways can I say absolutely? Matt Eberflus should not have a job. Justin, I saw this video and it was Justin Fields' pass to Chris Olave against I think Clemson in like the Sugar Bowl or something like that, or the Cotton Bowl, and it was like this pass set the Bears back 20 years. It was because like everybody was like amazed by this amazing throw that Justin Fields made, but it's like, dude, they are so bad. They are so bad.
Yeah, I mean they got blown out by what it seems to be a mediocre at best Packers team.
Yeah.
Uh, they were down the entire game against the Bucks, who
Who got handled yet on Monday night.
handled. Um, and then, I mean, let's not give all the credit to the Chiefs because Taylor Swift was on their team, but they got freaking steamrolled by Swifties and Patrick Mahomes on Sunday,
And
which
Blaine Gabbert.
every team in the NFL is going to lose 41-10 to the Chiefs if they played them, you know. But I don't really blame the 41-10 loss, but it just was kind of the icing on the cake. Like,
It was,
yeah, it's a dumpster fire over there right now, and they need to figure out what's going on quick. And they play the Broncos this week. They're a 3.5-point underdog
at home.
I know, and I mean,
That's so bad.
we'll get into the Broncos later because they had a rough week too. But
Yeah,
like,
did.
if you're the Bears, you are not playing well, to
No.
say the least. Your defensive line is probably the worst in football, somehow worse than the Arizona Cardinals, if you can imagine that. Your offensive line and just offense just seems like they forgot how to play football, and now you got to go against the Broncos. And if you lose against the Broncos, I mean,
Oh,
at what point do you start thinking, can we trade Justin Fields? Like, at
yes.
some point, do you start thinking, like, hey, let's reach out to New York and see if
Yes.
they
Bingo.
want to try it out? You know what I mean?
Why not? Why not? This is theoretical. Why not trade him to the Jets? Get like Zach Wilson and like a couple like second or third round pick, and then just you're gonna suck. Just but the problem is like I don't want Caleb Williams to go to Chicago because they're just gonna ruin him. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Like no one
Because,
wants the
dude, if
number
you
one dude to go to Chicago.
like, I do think Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes because of how good he is,
Yeah, I
but also
agree.
because Andy Reid and that offense.
Yeah,
I mean, Andy Reid made Alex Smith look like awesome.
I
So
know.
I do think there are specific offensive minded guys who can make guys look good. Kyle Shanahan, Jimmy Garoppolo, so forth.
Yeah,
Uh,
system quarterbacks. Here,
but
give me a second.
you got it,
I got Boston in the room with me, and I gotta put his binky in his mouth. So give me a
dude. No
second.
worries, no worries. Um, so I do think that maybe a different type of player could uh, do some good there. But why I'm bringing this up is because you also have the Panthers number one pick next year, and the Panthers might be as bad as the Bears. And so I think out of all the teams that have two picks next year, I do think the Bears have the best chance of getting the first and or second overall pick, or maybe both.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
yeah, I think at some point, if you know you're going to draft a quarterback, that trade deadline comes, you're gonna want to get rid of him. You want to get as much capital as you can before you got to move on from him. So, and
yeah.
let that new quarterback come in without any. You don't want that competition really there. You know, like, it'll be a
No,
distraction more of a benefit. I feel like so.
you don't want Justin Fields and Caleb Williams there. Like that would be
Yeah,
stupid. That would be stupid of the Bears to do. So yeah, I know. I feel as if like the Bears had a rough week last week, right? So they had like like $100,000 of like mowing equipment, lawn equipment stolen out of their stadium. Um, like it's just like they're for sure down bad. So honestly, at this point, I feel like why not just make it worse and just get rid of everybody, trade everybody, fire your coach, and just start over. You know?
Yeah,
The whole DJ Moore thing just blows my mind.
Chase
Blows my
Claypool.
mind. Chase Claypool, dude. Chase Claypool. They are 0-10 since they got him. They have not won a game since they
Oh
signed
my
him.
gosh.
So that makes me think like, all right, so you guys don't you guys have no idea what you're doing. No
Yeah,
idea.
I do think the Bears and the Jets are in the most pain right now. And
Yes, I agree. I agree.
as as the host of the Dude podcast, we send our love to those fans and just
Yeah.
know that the bigger picture, it's worth it. Stick with it, you know. Don't give up. Don't give
Hey,
up. So
it might be a while. It might be a while until you, you know, get back to being in the winning ways. But hey, we
so
all have to go through it at some point.
last year when Arizona was just awful, I literally
Yeah.
would just I bet the opposite. Whoever they were playing, I just bet money line for every game, just so I was not as hurt at the end of the game. I had
I
some
mean, why
type of
not?
yeah.
Why
Well, let's
not?
move on. Let's move on to the Dallas Cowboys, America's team.
Yep.
And I have our debate is: are the Cowboys fool's gold, or is the Dobb father elite?
Um, so I'm gonna start with I'm not gonna make any excuses for the Cowboys because I know they don't have Trayvon Diggs because he's out with a torn ACL. However, one guy should not make that much of a difference. And I watched that game and I may or may not have live bet the Cowboys -2.5 because I thought they were for sure going to
Ooh.
come back. Ended up
Ooh.
saving myself with betting the Cardinals -4.5. So I ended up saving myself. But I was like, oh yeah, Cowboys are gonna come back. But like Dak, dude, they got into the red zone and couldn't do a dang thing. Um,
And that's not just the Cowboys. That's been the Cardinals defense this whole season
yeah,
is
yeah,
teams have struggled to score in the red zone except for that second half against the Giants. Like that was crazy. But
yeah. But that was a fluke, like we've seen. Like the Giants are not good. So that must have just been like a Brian Dable probably just ripped into him and hey, you're happy about it. You had a nice little 5-teamer hit because of the Giants. But to get into Josh Dobbs, one, I feel bad for him because he couldn't even get his own jersey today. Did you see that?
yeah.
So Arizona, the pro shop freaking or the like the fan shop freaking get your shiz together and get Josh Dobbs jersey in there.
People forget he was literally on the team like 5 days before he played week one. Like
I
I don't
know.
even think he's been with the team for a month yet.
Yeah, I know. And he's gold, dude. He's content gold,
He's
man.
great. He's great.
Yeah. And honestly, he played really well and he's played really well. Um so I know you're gonna probably want to get into this, but if you plug in Kyler in that, hey,
Oh, dude.
I know you're rock hard thinking about that.
Oh, dude. Like I cannot wait. Drew Penzing is getting no love, and I'm so grateful for it because he's guys are wide open.
I know.
I mean, if you're a Cardinals fan, you've been wanting this your entire life. Like ever since Kyler got here, it's been the air raid, and it's like Kyler's had to thread the freaking needle every play, and
Yeah.
he's just added so many great things. You know, under center, guys in motion.
Yep.
The Cardinals' offense is going to be is just tough to stop whoever you got at quarterback. You know.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
back to the Cowboys. So my
Okay, yes.
theory on the Cowboys: one, you played the Giants in Week 1 in a monsoon. You beat them 40-0. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
okay, okay. The Giants aren't that good. I think we've figured that out. But
Yep.
two, you beat Zach Wilson and the Jets. Week
Hmm.
2, again, eh. And then you lose to the Cardinals in Week 3. So I guess they don't fall out of a playoff team to me, but they do fall off as a Super Bowl contender.
Mhm.
Like I do think I saw enough to say, yeah, I mean you're handicapped with Dak Prescott. I
Yeah,
I do
and
I do think he's the handicap. Like
yeah, yeah. There were times where I was like, dude, get rid of the ball. Like, get rid of the ball or just freaking run it.
yeah,
Like there were times where he was like, he would roll out and he would just sit there and he just like take a few steps back. And I'm like, run the ball, dude. You're gonna get like 8 yards every single time. Like, get out there. And another thing, like I was thinking about, like, I agree. I agree with them not being a Super Bowl contender anymore. I don't know what the odds are for them right now. I'm gonna look right now. So they're still a plus 1,000, so they are the fifth best odds. But like the Bills, the Eagles, the Chiefs, and the Niners are ahead of them, which is shocking that the Dolphins aren't ahead of them. They're tied with Dolphins at plus 1,000. But I just think like losing Diggs in the secondary, because you had Gilmore and Diggs, and that was kind of like the dynamic duo back there. Now you have some like I think rookie or like second year guy back there. I don't even know who it is. He was getting burned. Um, yeah, no, I just so to answer your initial question, I do kind of feel like they are fool's gold, and I guess we won't see until I think so. They play the Patriots this week. I think they beat the Patriots. Um, but
they
I could
don't.
see it being close.
It's gonna. The spread is 7.5, I
Yeah.
believe. The last time I
So
saw it was 7.5.
it's 6.5 now. Six and a
Oh,
half.
people are betting Patriots.
Yeah, people are
Okay.
betting Patriots, so we're moving the line a little bit. We're moving the line. I didn't bet that, but yeah, 6.5 at minus 120. Over under at 43.5, which is like pretty low. But yeah, I do kind of think they're a little bit of fool's gold, and I don't know if I'm ready to say Dobbs is like a like. What did you ask if he was?
If he was elite.
Yeah, he's not elite.
Yeah,
But
I don't I love the nickname, the Dobb father. I think that's
yeah,
awesome. And no, he's not elite. Like if you see him throw the ball, he's making big passes because they're wide the freak open.
you know, yeah,
And the ball is not pretty, but he gets it there.
no,
He's been getting it done like a Taylor
yeah,
Heineke. You know what I mean?
yep, yep,
He's uh and he's just a good leader, fun to watch, positive guy.
yep.
But yeah,
Did you see the video of Micah Parsons saying on his like stream that he was gonna be throwing? He's putting him on a dartboard and he's gonna be throwing darts at him, and then Dobbs like posted a video and he was like dodging darts, and I was like,
yeah.
that's just like that's gold because like at least he's just having fun. You love to
And
see it.
and you've had Kyler, the last 3-4 years now, and he's kind of, you know, doesn't say much, very
Yeah,
introverted, uh,
yeah,
you know, easy to pick on, not really easy to
man,
love.
dude, his
And so when you have
outfit
Dobb,
that he wore to the game, did you see that?
but if you saw him on the sidelines, he looked happy.
I know.
Man, he looks different, and he seems like way different. It'll
Do
be so
you?
interesting when they come back. And real quick,
Yeah,
before we move on to our last
yeah, yeah,
topic,
yeah,
because we got to
yeah,
go on, but if the Cardinals somehow pull it out of their butt and beat the Niners on Sunday, okay,
yeah,
you're 2-2.
yeah.
Does Kyler can't play till week 5.
Because on
Do
pup, yeah.
you play him week 5 and you go try to make the playoffs, or you play the Bengals week 5 too? So
It's tough. Um, it's tough because the NFC is so tough and the division's tough. Because I don't feel like you're fighting for the division winner. Just because I think the Niners probably have that in the bag.
But
Like
if you beat
yeah,
the Niners, you're a game behind and you have the advantage because you've beaten them.
you've beat them. Yeah, you have a. But
So that
the problem I see with that is you look at the Niners, and if they lose that game, that's almost like more motivation for them, to then just probably win every single game the rest of the season type of thing. Um, However, we're not going to get into it, but the Niners, they're good, but it's just like plug and place, man, with the freaking quarterback. So, but anyways, no, I don't think you play him. I don't think you play him. I think you
okay.
wait until at least week 6. Because if they beat the Niners, I feel like they can put up a fight against the Bengals, who don't look great.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
That's tough though. I mean,
But
obviously we're not GM, so we don't, we're not as smart, but
Cardinals are 4-0 ATS, so I'll just leave it there.
yes, they
All
are.
right. Dolphins dropped their pants on the Broncos this week,
They
dropping
dropped
a
their
70.
nuts on them, dude.
Bro, a little dolphin bag for you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
dude. Oh my gosh.
So I know a lot of people have been talking about the Dolphins. Yeah, Dolphins are legit. They're
Oh yeah.
fast. They can score. Um, my
Yep.
question is, I guess I'm focusing a lot on the negative here, but where do the Broncos go from here? You're now 0
Um.
3.
Yeah.
You didn't beat the Raiders, who looked atrocious on
Oh,
Sunday.
yeah. You saw it up close and personal.
You gave up a huge lead against the Commanders, who are not that good.
They played a real team and got exposed.
Um, then you play the Dolphins, and you got guys getting sniped left and right from above. And you see how that play where like I
It
think
was.
Mostert has the ball, and there's like 4 guys on the ground just like laying there like they're
Mm-hmm.
dead.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
where do you go for the Broncos from here? You just hired Sean McVay as your head coach, essentially
Sean
long
Payton. Sean
term.
Payton.
Or sorry, Sean Payne. Thank you.
Sean's man.
Uh, uh, Mr. Unlimited, Russell Wilson's on a 5-year contract, and I think he's in his second year of that 5-year contract.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're locked in with Russell Wilson
Yep. Yep.
at like, what the heck do you do?
Yeah.
And Seattle has your first round pick
Yeah.
this year.
Cha-ching, dude.
And I
I
want to
love
say,
it.
is it next year too, or is it just this year?
I think they have their first round this year and second round next year, maybe. But dude, they got a lot of draft picks coming in from them. And I'm gonna start with Dolphins did this without Jalen Waddle as well.
That's
So,
crazy.
Tyreek was balling out. Is it Devon A Chain? That dude's wild. He's like the number one waiver wire. So fantasy football guys, waivers, transactions are tomorrow, so you won't listen to this before. But Mostert was crazy. But as far as the Broncos, I mean, why? Okay, let me ask you this: why was Russell Wilson in the game still at the end?
Because they don't care. They're
I honestly think I agree. I honestly think they just don't care.
they don't care. They've got to just be so mad at themselves for
Yeah,
giving, and it's funny because the whole problem was is Seattle couldn't build around
yeah.
Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson has now made it so Seattle can build
Now build
around
around Geno.
it's just hilarious. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yep, it's the ultimate just it's just laughable. Um Personally, I think Sean Payton's kind of over Russell Wilson's like BS. He told him like stop kissing babies and stuff. You remember when he said that like before the season?
Yeah.
Um the fact they are 0-3 goes to show you that um if you don't have like I mean like you have weapons, your defense is solid, but if your quarterback is just he's getting paid a ton of money and he just doesn't fit that. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on there cuz like he shows like against the Commanders he put up like tons of stats, but they just lose games. I don't understand. I like Sean Payton has to be pissed he took that job, right? Like,
I know.
dude, wait like 6 more months, and the Vikings job will be open,
Yeah, and
right?
if you're Arizona, you're like, thank goodness we did not get him.
I know. Honestly,
Like
like honestly, I don't know if he's helping at all out there. So,
the offense looks bad.
oh, they look terrible. They look terrible. And plus, like, they'll get touchdowns, and then there's a hold, or there's like it's just like, which sucks. Cortland Sutton, I had him to score 2 touchdowns, and his second one got called back and did get another one the rest of the game. So that sucks.
Oh,
Also, did you see Tyler Higbee caught the
ugh.
first touchdown last night, but it got called back?
No,
Yeah, you didn't see that?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, so you had that first touchdown, right? So he caught
No,
it wide open, but freaking why can I not think of Zach Taylor saw that he was gonna be open and he called a timeout before, dude.
dude, it was 16-1.
I know. I saw it happen and I was like, oh no, dude. Yeah, so that sucks. But anyways, yeah, Broncos suck. Broncos suck. Did you see Garrett Poles
Yeah,
post post game like interview? That was hilarious.
sad.
If
Yeah,
you haven't seen it, just go watch it. They basically ask him like, what, like, how do you feel after this? And he's just like, I've been here for 7 years and I've been losing ever since. So sucks for sure. But hey, what can you do? You know?
okay, that is our week 3 recap. We're gonna
Yep.
dive into week 4. Just going over the games. Thursday night football, Detroit at Packers. It looks like as of now, Lions are a slight favorite at -1.5.
Yep.
Total at 45.5. Another big game on Sunday in London. You have the Falcons against the Jaguars. Jags a -3 favorite in London. Basically, home field advantage for them. I know London always shows up for the Jags. Over under
Yep.
43.5. Probably the biggest game of the day, which I think we all want for Sunday night football. Dolphins at Bills. Bills -3.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
it's a
an
close one.
inch. Over under 53.5. I'm just going to tell you right now, my mortar lock is in this game, and I'm going to get to it to you later.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry. The dude lock of
The
the week.
dude lock of the week.
Excuse me.
I might have to bring Boston
Yeah,
in the
that's
pod.
fine.
Sorry.
Kansas City, Sunday night football in MetLife, New York Jets. What a barn burner. Kansas City, a big time favorite at -9.5 in MetLife, over under 42.5. Bro, what a guy. He just wants to talk
Dude,
sports, you know?
dude, he just wants to get in on this, man.
Dude, he just wants to be
There he
here.
is.
What a guy. What a guy.
So
Hey,
sorry I got him for the rest of the pod because
let's do it.
he woke up. So it's all
Um,
good. Yeah,
Monday night football, Seattle at New York Giants.
yeah.
Giants a slight favorite, 1.5, over under 46.5.
Yeah, which I'm shocked that they're a favorite, to be completely honest with you. I know it's a home game for them, but it's just like Seattle's shown a lot more than what the Giants have. So I think I think you probably just take I think you take Seattle money line in that game. Which I'm probably going to. So
Okay. All right. The dude lock of the week. Let's hear it.
yeah.
The first lock is what, Ev?
Yeah, so mine is Vikings -3.5 against the Panthers. That's a like these are two terrible teams. Why would it be a lock? Because these these two teams are bad, but the Vikings have a lot more talent, and all 3 games that they have lost have been by 1 score or less, right? So like a touchdown or a field goal. They should have won that game against the Chargers. They had the ball and freaking, I don't know why Kirk Cousins just forgot how to be a freaking quarterback and not spike the ball and then give yourself some time to think. But yeah, just the Panthers aren't good. Sorry, dude. What's going on?
No, man.
Sorry.
I agree. No, you're good. I agree.
Yeah.
According to PFF, at overall grades for their team rankings, the
Mhm.
Vikings are a top 10 team, but they're
Yeah,
0-2.
exactly.
And the Panthers are a bottom 5 team ranked 28th overall. And
Yep.
so I think you are getting a ton of value here. I think the spread is like that just because the Andy Dalton game happened.
Yep. Yep.
But I'm just gonna say it. Seattle's defense is awful. Like,
Yeah, they're not good. They're not good.
I don't think you'll see Andy Dalton do what he did again. I don't think you'll see Adam Thielen have 100-yard game next week.
Yeah, and
Those will be
it
two
is
guys I'll be fading next week.
yeah, I agree. And it is tough though because the Vikings defense isn't amazing and it's not good. Their secondary is not great, but I just feel like Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson and Madison and Addison and TJ Hawkinson, like there's too many weapons on that team for them not to win by at least a touchdown in my eyes. So that's my lock. I don't know how, I'll put a responsible amount of money on that game.
Love it.
So there
Love
we
it.
go.
All right. My lock of the week. You ready for this?
Yep.
Probably the best game of the week. Only is right to do this, but I know everyone and their mom is gonna bet the over on the Dolphins Bills.
Oh yeah.
And it's in Buffalo. I think that the under hits on this game. I am going to be betting the under as my dude lock of the week is the under Dolphins Bills.
Yeah.
Yes, the Dolphins, you're probably saying, but they just dropped 70. Yes, but it was against Denver.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Miami is the top graded offense, according to PFF. Bills are the 7th. So I know people are going to be betting the over. It's just going to happen. So if you like the under, I would just wait.
Yeah.
Wait and let that number go up a little bit more, and you can hit that.
Oh, yeah.
So ride with us this week. We're going with Minnesota minus 3.5, and we're going under 53.5 for Bills Dolphins game. So
yeah, and those two are probably pretty unpopular, but I think they both hit, if you ask me.
Yeah. Another game that I would just unload on, Jacksonville minus 3.
Yeah.
I know the Falcons have had close games pretty much every Sunday, and the Jags just got beat by the Texans. But if you have a 3-point spread and the quarterback you're going against is Desmond Ridder,
the worst quarterback in the league.
And just so you guys know, the top 5 graded quarterbacks, according to PFF, Trevor Lawrence is number 3.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence has been playing amazing. It's the pieces around him that have it. Yeah. And so Jacksonville minus 3, get it while you can, because that is going to go to 3.5. So I bet Jacksonville. Another one.
Plus, go ahead. No, well, I was gonna say the whole them losing to the Texans. I think they lost like 20 out of the last 25 matchups against the Texans. So it's just like they just have their number. So I think they bounce back and they're gonna. I feel like they just honestly, I feel like they win by like 10 in that game, man. The Falcons are bad. So
yeah. Yep. Another one, the over on Seahawks Giants, 46.5. Bet the over. Why that number is that, I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Seattle's defense is bad. The Giants defense is worse. So I think there will be a lot of points in that game. Get that over because that number is going to go up as we go as we move towards the end of the week. So anyways, thanks for hanging out with us today. Stay tuned. We'll be going live on this on Sunday night this week. Excited for week 4. DM us. Let us know if you're riding with us on Minnesota minus 3.5 and Jags the under on Bills and Dolphins 53.5. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We will see you then. Bye.
Later.